This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, a hugely popular Dunedin institution has shut its doors for the final time. More than 50 scientists converged on Central Otago recently for a meeting of minds. And it'll be all aboard the beloved Tiger Tea bus again soon at Toitu. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Daryl Baser. For the past 29 years, Kevin and Hong Huan Lee have worked nearly 7 days a week in the kitchen of their Dunedin restaurant, The Asian. During an emotional farewell, the couple say they aren't quite sure what they'll do now to keep themselves busy.
Time for last orders at Dunedin's The Asian restaurant, closing its doors for the last time. Last night, when the final customers finished their meals and paid their bills, the red open sign outside was switched off for the final time.
And we serve some of the customers, 3 generations. Some of them are usually say, well, I'm quite sick to miss them.
At the end of the week, they hand over the keys to the building that they've worked and lived in since moving to New Zealand from southern China nearly 3 decades ago.
It's a big change. Maybe I've been 29 years ago when the kid was the second son is only a couple of months old. Maybe start now it's a bit of changes.
Not much has changed since they first opened in terms of some aspects of the interior and the food on offer. Lee says among the many items on their extensive menu, there were a couple of firm favourites.
Was the cashew nuts and pork and beef.
Always the favourite, wasn't it?
Yeah, always favourite, and the crispy chicken.
Since announcing at the start of the year they'd be selling the restaurant, it's been full most nights and it's been impossible to make a booking in the past couple of weeks. Like many culinary institutions, The Asian had many regulars. Anne and Graham Mee of Wingatui dined at the restaurant about twice a week for the past 25 years. There were a few tears as Hong briefly sat with the couple in between courses.
She's just like my sister.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what was it about the restaurant that gets you so emotional, I guess?
Not her, just the food. Being here, we come here at least twice a week. We just about are Asian. That's all we like to eat.
More than 200 people sat and ate a final meal last night, with many more ordering one last takeaway. The Lees are set to move to Christchurch in December, and while they're not quite sure what they'll do in their retirement, there's no doubt they've left an indelible mark on Dunedin. In Dunedin, The South Today.
The road between Port Chalmers and Dunedin is now clear after a logging truck's trailer tipped, bringing down a power line earlier today. Police were advised of the incident around 8:30 a.m. The trailer tipped over on State Highway 88 near Maya, bringing down a line and blocking one lane of the road. There were no reports of injury, and it's not yet known what caused the trailer to tip. The road was blocked for a while and traffic management was in place. More than 50 scientists converged on Central Otago recently for a meeting of minds. The gathering took place at Niwa in Lauda, bringing together representatives of 2 global atmospheric observation networks.
There's been plenty of weather chat in Lauda recently, and it hasn't been all small talk either. Over 50 scientists from around the world meeting to discuss atmospheric research.
It is very important for us, we are coming from all over the world, to meet regularly, to exchange about our progress, our respective progress, or to really talk about the problems we are facing.
The meeting took place at Niwa in Lauda, bringing together representatives from 2 global atmospheric observation networks.
My team in the Arctic, we look at pollution, things like peroxyacetyl nitrate, carbon monoxide. Some people in my group also work on wildfire pollution too.
They're measuring greenhouse gas emissions and are part of a global network that collectively monitors long-term changes in atmospheric composition and radiation using precision satellite sensors. The aim is to learn more about the causes and effects of climate change and ozone depletion using technology made fit for purpose right here in New Zealand.
These were designed and built in-house here at Niwa Lauda to do just that. The solar trackers are actually inside these housings, and the housings are completely decoupled from the trackers so that when the wind buffets them, we don't get any vibration inside.
Weisenberg says there's been some good discussions during the week, but one of the most valuable things was putting faces to names.
You often work with people through email these days without actually having to meet them in person, but once a year we all get together, and it's a good chance to meet the people who you haven't had a chance to meet yet, or catch up with people who you've met before and have worked with before.
Some of the key discussion points included how to make measurements more accurate, how to work out the sources of carbon dioxide, and where the carbon sinks are. In Lauder, the South Today.
A steady hand, a calm disposition and plenty of experience contributed to Vic Piercy's Oyster Shucking Championship reign. For the 9th consecutive year, Piercy won the Open Women's section at the Bluff Oyster and Food Festival. In the men's competition, 5-time reigning champion Shane Wixon was ousted by Ricky Grant. Organisers say about 20,000 oysters were consumed in a variety of ways by the thousands who came to the festival. More than 4,000 people came from various parts of the globe throughout New Zealand, including 2 charter flights from Auckland and Wellington. It wasn't just oysters in demand either, with many other delicacies, including mutton burns and non-seafood items, also tempting festival goers. The event was sold out months ago, with plenty of entertainment on hand for the large crowd. It'll be all aboard the beloved Tiger T-Bus again soon for excited youngsters at Toitu. The bus exhibit's interior was temporarily closed for a conservation and audiovisual upgrade, much to the disappointment of visiting children.
A long overdue makeover for an old Dunedin favourite. The Tiger T-Bus at the Toitu Otago Settlers Museum has been closed for conservation and audiovisual upgrades. Museum Acting Visitor Experience Manager Tim Cornelius says it's still a favourite attraction for visiting children.
I mean, it's a beautiful object. It's incredibly popular. They come in the front door, the first word that comes out of their lips is bus, and they're making a beeline for the Tiger T trolley bus. So, yeah, we've had a few noses pressed against the door, wondering why they can't get in this week. So we're trying to get things turned around as quickly as we can.
And it's the popularity of the bus that's forced management's hand into giving it a bit of TLC.
The rear half of the bus has always been open to the public, and because it's so popular, particularly with some of our younger visitors, it's been given a bit of a hammering over the years, as it probably did when it was in service as well, because she's nearly 70 years old now.
In recent years, the bus has become an interactive exhibit, with visitors able to watch an audiovisual display.
Well, now we've got a new film that's projected onto a sheet of acrylic. It's a pretty flash new piece of technology we've been trialling. We've still got some few bits and pieces to try and sort of work on to get that image really clear, but it's starting to look really beautiful.
The bus has been cared for by the museum since 1992. It was number 10 in the Dunedin City Transport Department fleet and began service in 1951, running to Normanby. It was repainted in the now well-known Tiger T colours in 1976 and was retired along with the other remaining Dunedin trolley buses in 1982. It covered almost 864,000 k's, making it the most travelled of the city's trolley buses and arguably the most worn.
So what we've done is replaced all of the upholstery of all of the seating in the back half of the bus. We've had Otago Auto trimmers do us some beautiful replica seats. So whereas it used to be a bit of sort of odds and ends of things that have been replaced over the years, and some of it actually getting really quite badly damaged.
But it's fighting fit once again and ready to entertain many more thousands of museum visitors, both young and old, in Dunedin, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today is a huge ski equipment sale in Queenstown, and we see crews working on the roof of the former Dunedin prison. See you after the break.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
It's on again, the Regent Theatre 24-hour book sale starting noon 7th of June. Don't miss out.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
The season has changed, and at Alec Campbell Menswear, in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. Check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, but in the winter we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren, his Garador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
Step into Shop on Carol and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
At Green Island Medical Centre, we are committed in caring for our future and present generations. We know as a young person, coming to the doctors can be quite daunting. Our highly skilled doctors and nurses will make your experience one where you will leave with a smile. Your health is very important to us.
Well, mate, I'm thinking about getting a new ute.
Welcome back. Police are still on the lookout for a 23-year-old woman who fled the Oamaru police station yesterday afternoon after leading police on a chase. Police say the driver and her passenger were both arrested after their would-be getaway vehicle ran out of petrol shortly after crossing the Kakanui River Bridge. Police say after the woman was taken into custody and given some time to speak with a lawyer on the phone, she allegedly left the station. Dark clouds and rain failed to stop the crowds from queuing outside the Queenstown Event Centre, hoping to grab a bargain at the town's biggest snow gear sale over the weekend. The place was swarming with people wanting a good deal on second-hand ski and snowboard gear at the annual Wakatipu Ski Club sale. Organisers say thousands of items were up for sale, with around 2,000 people coming through the doors. Profits from the event support the junior snow sports program run by the Wakatipu Ski Club. Clean slates inside prison walls are rare, but there's now 20 pallets of them sitting in the central courtyard at Dunedin's former prison building, just waiting to be laid.
A delicate operation, contractors hoisting 20 pallets of new roofing slates over the south cell block and into the central courtyard of Dunedin's former prison building.
And this is to re-roof the whole of the cell blocks. They did the admin block in stage 1, this is stage 2, so all of the cell blocks will be stripped and reslated.
The Trust says it's an intricate exercise for the crane driver to lift the precious slates inside the prison walls, but it means they can be assured their $60,000 investment will be safe and secure.
Justice Department put a steel cage over the top of it at this lower level, and we've had to remove that to be able to get these slates in here for storage, safe storage until the project actually starts.
Williams says the slates have been purchased by the Trust and come from Spain via a roofing company in the UK.
They're just absolutely astounding. They appear to be as good as the very top quality Welsh slates, but possibly harder. They come with a 100-year guarantee on them, which is, well, sort of unheard of.
He says the Trust will now begin fundraising the estimated $450,000 it needs to install the slates on the cell blocks. Seismic reinforcing will also be installed all the way around the old building. It's hoped the re-roofing work will begin in September next year. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And after the break on the South Today, we meet some of the fine feathered entrants at the Rangiora Poultry Show, and we have the weather for you. We'll see you soon.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
It's on again, the Regent Theatre 24-hour book sale, starting noon 7th of June. Don't miss out.
Most of us have spots on our skin. That's quite normal. Finding skin cancer as early as possible is key to successful treatment. Book in for a free check of 1 to 2 moles or a comprehensive full body check with the Mole Doctor in Waverley.
The Green Island Medical Centre offers everything for your family's needs. Whether you are travelling or coming in to discuss health symptoms, our medical staff provide the best of care. We offer Manage My Health, making booking an appointment or requesting a repeat prescription a breeze. We welcome families like yours. Give us a call today, phone 03 488 2754.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
Autumn is here and it's too late to sow seed. But don't despair, Ready Lawn is the answer to all your garden woes. Call Ready Lawn today on 027 22 88 190.
The season has changed, and at Alec Campbell Menswear, in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. Check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, but in the winter we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
Ricky here from Beds R Us Dunedin, your local sleep specialists. Come in and try our huge touchscreen sleep selector, taking the hard work out of choosing the right bed for you. See you here.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
Thanks for staying with us. More than 300 sheep, which were thought to have been stolen from a Waimumu farm near Gore, have been located. Police say they're confident the sheep weren't stolen. It appears there was an administrative error in stock numbers. Police were originally notified the sheep went missing late last month. 8 rams are also thought to have been taken. The sheep and rams have an estimated value of $65,000. Birds of a feather flocked to Rangiora over the weekend. It was a big couple of days for chook breeders around the South Island, with the annual poultry show being held in Rangiora as well as Dunedin. Definitely something to crow about at Rangiora's annual poultry show over the weekend. While chicken fanciers provided more than 400 entries, an outbreak of a nasty virus prevented pigeons from displaying their beautiful plumage.
We've got 451 entries, which is a fantastic turnout. Unfortunately, no pigeon classes allowed at any of the New Zealand shows this year due to rotavirus.
Assistant Secretary Sarah Wiley says as a responsible club they're trying to help contain rotavirus, and no one was crying foul about the variety of birds on display.
So we're trying our best to reduce any contamination or anything going on. So it's all forms of chickens, poultry, bantams, ducks. We've got geese here for the first time, and we've also got a turkey.
Flynn White's modern game bantam was almost obscured by the number of award cards pinned to its cage, but it seemed to be more interested in pecking for grain than being cock of the walk. Rangiora's event wasn't the only poultry show on over the weekend, but Wiley says their feathers weren't ruffled.
Yeah, we do. We clash with Dunedin, so we lose a few of the exhibitors that live in the middle of the South Island. It's a pretty much 50-50 toss of the coin as to whether they go north to North Canterbury or south to Dunedin. But we've done fantastic considering we lose a few of those exhibitors, so more than happy with our turnout today. Judges even made special dispensation for one jive turkey to strut its stuff, but organisers say these geese were well worth a gander. Oh, Sebastopol geese. Beautiful, beautiful birds. So they have curly feathers, they don't fly. Quite an amazing looking bird. Definitely need to get a couple of shots of those.
The next major events sure to have fans flying in from far-flung destinations are the National Poultry Show in Nelson at Queen's Birthday weekend, along with the Christchurch Club's show also being held next month. In Rangiora, the South Today. And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A hugely popular Dunedin institution has shut its doors for the final time, with hundreds saying goodbye to the Asian. More than 50 scientists converged on Central Otago recently for a meeting of minds discussing the atmosphere. And it'll be all aboard the beloved Tiger T bus again soon at Toitu after it's had some interior work done. And it's now time for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Mr. Craig Page.
Good evening, Daryl. Yeah, we've got an interesting story. A report's due to be presented to a DCC Council meeting tomorrow, which is showing the impact of the closure of the Fortune Theatre, the impact it's having on the city. It's a year since the theatre closed, and a report was commissioned by the DCC and Creative New Zealand, carried out by a Melbourne company. It's showing that Dunedin has missed out on a range of artistic performances just simply because of a lack of facilities. And while we've got the Regent and the Town Hall, they're often too big for some of these performers, just little niche, performances. So there is talk of maybe Dunedin needs a new performing arts centre, and that's going to be discussed in the second phase of this report to be carried out. But they did stress that it would need to be financially viable and be able to stand on its own. So a lot of work to go on there, but it's certainly a need for something.
Most definitely, especially in that mid-theatre size.
Yeah, exactly. You've got that beautiful building sitting up there empty at the moment as well. So we've also got an interesting story. A US geologist received a grant from New Zealand Government to study Otago Harbour, hoping to help out with future planning for South Dunedin. He today installed 3 sensors in the upper harbour, and it's going to show water flow and quality, and also help out with groundwater flows within South Dunedin. Obviously big issues out there many a time, as you well know, Daryl. So they're hoping to use that data for sort of climate change planning in the suburb and sort of help prepare for rising groundwater. So some interesting study to come out of that.
Yeah, definitely.
And speaking of water, in our travel section tomorrow, we're cruising the waterways of southern France aboard a luxury riverboat. So that would certainly be nice.
That's all right for some. That sounds like fun. All that and a lot more in tomorrow's ADT. Thanks, Craig. And now time for a look at tonight's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Beginning with the southern view, a time lapse of some of the last punters at the Asian before it closed its doors. Looking at the situation, an unsettled week ahead with troughs of low pressure and cold fronts bringing frequent periods of showers and strong winds. By the end of the week, expect much colder temperatures and possibly snow on the hills. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect rain and may well have thunderstorms with 14 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim are due for rain, but slightly warmer than those on the west side with 15 degrees. In Canterbury, plan for a grey day and with rain in places, 16 degrees in Kaikoura and Christchurch, while Ashburton is the same but slightly warmer on 17. Looking at the southern towns, the Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore can all expect fresh northwesterlies, 14 degrees, and rain later if it's not already raining where you are. Travelling westwards to the Central Lakes, tomorrow is set to feature fresh northwesterlies and rain at some point for all of you. Alexandra heads for 15, Queenstown 13, Wanaka and Te Anau are both due for 14 degrees. Looking at the northern towns, along the coast, Oamaru and Timaru are in for moderate northerlies, high cloud increasing and a high of 17 degrees. It's pretty similar in Omarama and Twizel, except you're more likely to have some light rain with your 14 degree high. In Dunedin tonight, fine with northerly winds and an overnight low of 10 degrees, mostly fine tomorrow with sunny periods at first, but high cloud increasing and thickening during the morning. Some light rain tomorrow night, looking at a high of 16 and a low of 8. Sunny periods and high cloud on Wednesday with moderate norwesterly winds and mild temperatures, aiming for a high of 15 and a low of 10. Heading to Invercargill, mostly fine tonight with an overnight low of 9, cloud increasing with rain developing tomorrow as the northwesterly winds freshen. Cooler southwesterlies and showers from tomorrow evening with a high of 14 and a low of 9. Colder on Wednesday with frequent heavy showers and strong gusty winds, looking at a high of 12 degrees and a low of 8. And that's all from the South Today team for this Monday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Have a great evening. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.